So I'm here at the airport in Crete, right? So we're getting out of J Crete right now, and so if you want to know how to get your career growing, you got to watch this video. Okay, so I'm here with the amazing Oleg, and he's from Atomic Jar, and he's working on test containers. And so let me ask you about this first, right? So test containers is an amazing project, right? I think it has
Thank you.
changed the way we do testing, it's changed the way So why developers should use it?
Test containers allows you to create those robust ephemeral environments for your test application when you test your applications. So you can run your tests against the actual real dependencies your application has, like a database or message broker, and that combines the two good things, right? Your tests are isolated and individual. You can run them from your IDE. They feel like a unit test, but they run like an integration test that give you really good confidence in the results.
Yeah, so if you're not using test container right now, put on your learning path right there to experiment, right, in your project. And I think that brings us to this question, because we talked before about learning, and can you kind of repeat the thing you just discussed a few minutes ago? What is the most important thing for you in your career?
So one of the best career advice that I've heard myself, and I think it's really really important, is to continuously on a regular cadence to reflect on what are you doing and where are you in your career path. So the thing to note is that it's really really hard to change your beliefs and what you think and what you know when you were given a new information.
Mhm.
It's very hard to do when you are presented new evidence about like the common things or like how life works, but it's, I think, double hard to apply that in the context of your career and your job.
Yeah.
But we learn new things all the time. The industry and the community changes. The tools that we're working with are changing. So what's really really good and what probably will help you is on a regular basis, completely detached from your performance reviews, you would look at what you have learned in the last year and how that can impact your career. Can you move into different sort of maybe frameworks? Can you switch your job path a little bit to, I don't know, machine learning or AI or anything that is currently very very interesting for you? And that will help two things. It will help you to stay relevant. It will help you to continuously correct your path and not get stuck at the job that you don't really like. And if they also help you always be intact with your passions, because if you like, for example, once a year reflect on what you would love to do and what tools and opportunities are available for you, then well, you can just pursue what you love, and that would be very very helpful.
That's awesome, man. And I just want to say we're here on a blue screen right now. I just realized that, right? But we're not in a studio, right? We're actually right in the middle of the airport, right? So, and hopefully the sound's not too bad. So Oleg, and you said something like that. It's very hard for people to first to take action on things, on change our mindsets. So do you have any tip on taking action?
Uh, no, I'm sort of bad at this myself. uh,
What I think is a great tip, by the way, right? Because I know a lot of us we keep bashing ourselves because we don't take action, we don't learn things, or we don't do the things. I was actually talking to a mentee yesterday. He was saying exactly that. Oh no, I know I'm not doing the things, and we keep bashing ourselves too much. This is hard to do.
it is very, very hard to do. It takes a lot of discipline to. Actually, it takes a lot of mental energy to reflect on where you are, because first, people very often are afraid of change, while we don't necessarily should be, because sometimes change is good. And second, I think it's very often you can be a little bit afraid of doing this reflective work, because you might become, you instinctively you can fear to be disappointed in yourself. Like it's hard to stare at the reality and then say to myself, "Oh, look, this last year, I didn't do a lot of progress. I learned new things, but I'm still the same Oleg that I was a year ago." And this is a little bit sad, right? Because it feels like I could have been doing better. But you have to realize that life is tough. We're all humans. Sometimes we are doing better. Sometimes we have very productive weeks. Sometimes we have sort of the months where the time just slowly goes by and we cannot wait for it to be over.
Right.
So just be open with yourself, be honest. Um, if you feel like a professional help could help you, maybe try to find a professional, um, like a therapist or at least a good friend in the community to talk to them, um, and then yeah, and then do it. There is no other way. It's just you have to do it, and the good things will come.
Cool. Yes, you just mentioned something that I really connect to because I was talking to my boss a few years ago, and I was telling him, I said, man, I'm feeling so unproductive. I feel like I'm not doing anything. I feel like that I'm not advancing. And he told me exactly that. He said, take it easy, man. Don't bash yourself too much. Sometimes that happens, right? Sometimes we feel like this, and so I think just keep trying, and that's great. So, Oleg, how people can get started with test containers?
To get started with test containers, go to the testcontainers.com. There are a number of very helpful guides that can take you from zero to being kind of sort of know enough to be dangerous with test containers. So basic concepts, what API you need to know, the best practices, how to integrate with popular frameworks and everything. Test containers is available in different languages, so we can find the guides for Java, .NET, Node.js, Go, Lang, among others. And then, well, you can follow me on various social media platforms, and hopefully, I'll share more good content about test containers, and that will help you.
Yeah, that's great. So use test containers. This new thing you're going to learn. The way for you to get a little bit of action to start changing your career for next year. Thanks a lot, Oleg.
Thank you,
So,
Bruno.
so where are you going from now? From here now?
I'm going home to Tallinn, to Estonia. And the next week I'm gonna already be at Riviera Dev in south of France doing a session about test containers and also a workshop where we're gonna have the hands-on experience and gonna try test containers in the Spring Boot app and write some tests, set up some local development environments.
Right,
That's
so-
gonna be great.
So you arrive home and travel immediately.
Yes, I was a little bit silly on booking my flights. I got so excited that I found the direct flights at the necessary dates from Tallinn to Nice that I booked them immediately, didn't look at the dates, that I could have spent 2 more days here in Crete and then flew directly from here. But, well, I'm going to see my family for 2 days,
Yes.
which is a plus.
That's good. So that's what we do, guys. We're out traveling. So I'm from here. I'm gonna go to Belgium and then to Ibiza and then to lots of places to continue the tour. So thanks everyone, and don't forget to like and subscribe, right? And I'll put the Oleg's social media on the comments, and so go follow him. Right.
you.
Thanks everyone. Thanks Oleg.
Thank you. All right.